anyone and everyone. This is Kim the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do a collective, the collective, for today. Today is Thursday, January 22nd, 2026. You may follow me on the Talk, the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates. Leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't, leave it on the table for someone else. You don't need to be taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. This is Fearless Familiars by J. Edward Neal. You can find this at shadowartfinds.com. He also has an Etsy shop. I'll probably do this through Friday, and then I'll probably mix it up for the weekend. I'm thinking 1 on the table, 2 on the table, 3 on the table. Wait, is this a... What was that reading yesterday? Oh, I'm going to have to look at my phone. I brought my phone in here because I thought maybe I would need it, and I think I'm right. What was that reading yesterday? Or was it the day before? Four on the table. It's supposed to be cold tomorrow, y'all. I'm scared. We got 4 on the table, 2 in reverse. I'm scared to leave the kitties home alone. I really am. I mean, I got to go to work. There's no getting around it because I took last Friday off like a dupe, and then I should have waited and taken tomorrow off. The thing is there. I kid you not, there will be so many people that will call in, but it's supposed to be like 10 below, 15 below tomorrow, something like that, and it's supposed to be like 1 below on Saturday or almost below. I don't know. I was going to drive to Kenosha on Saturday and get some donuts from CJ's. I don't even know if they'll be open. And they're not open right now. I might call them tomorrow and see if they're going to be open. We're going to do 2 more shuffles after this. Yeah, I'm afraid to leave the kitties home alone, I don't want them to freeze to death. I don't even care about me, The warehouse is going to be horrible. Horrible. Last shuffle. Six on the table. 7 with bottom of the deck. We've got the warrior. We've got indignation. The secret in reverse. Incorruptible in reverse. The trickster. Evil eye. Bottom of the deck, bliss. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. Oh shoot, they did deliver my order. Okay. I think because of the cold snap tomorrow, they're delivering my Amazon order a day early. I didn't even realize. I didn't even notice. I'll have to run down and get it when I'm done with this reading. Let me look and see what this reading was yesterday. Crow Collective, a collective. Tarot Collective, that collective. It's not a secret. It's not a secret that they're always watching this person. And what was the other one? Here they come, drama coming back around. Oh no, that was a collective in love. So it had to have been this one. Because that one, someone is awakening the next generation. Nope, that was not it. It's this one. It's not a secret. Yeah, because it's a secret card. It's not a secret that they're all watching this person. All right. Well, I'm just going to say this. Again, feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. This could be an extension to that, in addition to that reading from yesterday. Because I could have sworn the warrior card was there yesterday. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't want to have to watch the first 5-10 minutes of it to figure it out. You think I would remember these things, but I don't. Whoever this trickster is, they're sending this warrior the evil eye, and they're really quite happy about it. They really, they get off on that. Because I said that there was like a group, a community, multiple people watching a person. Again, it could be part of that, maybe not. Whoever this trickster is, I think it's no longer a secret that this person is corrupt. Okay, there, and that could mean anything, right? That could mean like they're karmic, they're toxic, a liar, a cheater, a user, an abuser. I mean, it's just some type of negativity. Like whoever this trickster is, like the no good baby, the no good. This trickster is really pissed off that this is now like not a secret. And the evil eye is aimed at this warrior, whoever this is. So let me give you kind of like a little example so you kind of get the picture of what I'm saying here, because it's kind of convoluted. It's almost like the reading went backwards. And I've had that before. I've had that a couple times before. Because cards will sometimes fall out in order and sometimes they won't. I love it when it falls out in order. I feel like that's actually pretty amazing. But anyway, personal example, right? I always use my own story, so I'll just continue to use it. Pardon me. If you subscribe, and you know my story, this would be like the ex best friend of 30 years sending me the evil eye because somehow, some way, like maybe a friend or a family member watched my YouTube, watched my TikTok, watched my Instagram, looked at my blog, I don't know, and realized that I was saying some crazy shit about them. And this person would have to try and defend themselves, right? Like, oh, no, 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 like this, that, and the other. But with this in reverse, it's like somebody having to defend themselves, somebody having to make up a story, and somebody having to remember what that story is, because as multiple people come in and say, hey, so and so says you did this to them, they're going to have to repeat the same story. And oftentimes, not always, but oftentimes, when people are lying and they're not telling the truth, they forget and they tell different people different stories. And then those different people get together. Hey, did you hear about this, that, and the other? And then the other person will be like, yeah, but they told me this. And that's when they realize, like, okay, so we watch her videos on YouTube and she says the same thing every time. But we listen to our friend and she's literally telling every person a different story. So this would be like the ex-best friend sending me the evil eye because she gets outed as an abuser and a user, right? And pretty pissed off about it, right? That's the example. It's like something is coming to a light about the trickster, and they're sending the evil eye to the warrior because they believe them to be involved somehow. The thing is whoever this trickster is, they take pleasure in this. They take pleasure in this. I've never sent anybody the evil eye. I have, however, called judgment before on about 4 people. I've called judgment before. I've asked God for judgment, for justice. I would have no idea if I got it or not, and that's fine. That's fine. Like, I called for it and I said, give them back what they deserve, you know? And I'm just being honest, because I don't usually do that. But when somebody really treats me like shit, like, and I'm gonna tell you, the ex-best friend is one of those calls. For real. One of my family members, you know, and not for little things. This is me calling judgment. You have to do a lot to me. You have to be pretty freaking abusive for me to call judgment. So, like I said, I've only done it about 4 times, and I would have no idea if somebody got their judgment or not, and that's okay, because that's not. I'm not looking to see it. I'm not looking to hear about it. I'm just saying, hey, I think this person deserves judgment. I think what they did is wrong. I think they did something horrible to me, and God knows who else they've done it to. And I call judgment. I seek justice. And I leave it at that. Whoever this person is, they're on their high horse. Like, this would be somebody like doing wrong and then being like, well, and it's like, dude, you're hurting people. You're tearing apart lives. You're treating people like garbage, but you're going to act like it's everybody else's fault. You're going to cop an attitude, This person thinks that they're better than everybody else. I'm also going to say this too, whoever the warrior is, whoever the person that's receiving the evil eye. We'll talk about that in a second. They might be a little indignant too, kind of like how I said, like you're guilty. Where do you get off acting like you're innocent, acting like you're better than everybody else? So it kind of gives off like a judgy energy, but how do you say it? A judgy energy, but well deserved, if that makes sense. Like the trickster deserves what they get, kind of, Again, I don't really ever believe it's my job to hand down judgment or, be like, you owe me this, like this, like that's an, I can call for judgment. I can ask God for judgment, but it's not my job to tell God, like, and this is just an example, knock on wood, right? But it's not for me to tell God, like, set their house on fire or, tweak their brakes or something like that. Like, that's not for me to say. I believe I can call for the judgment. It's up to God, what happens after that. It's up to God if he's going to hand it out, when he's going to hand it out, and like I said, I don't wait around to see it. Sometimes you'll watch readers and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, you're going to get justice." Like, you'll see it. You'll see it on TV or you'll see it in social media. Who cares? Who cares? You ask God for it. You have faith, you believe, right? Then believe that they'll get judgment and leave it at that and go on with your life, don't don't hold that bitterness in there. Don't hold that anger in there, because that's just going to eat you alive. Call for the judgment and let it go. That's all I can say. And yes, it took me, what, 3 years to get there? 2.5, 3 years to get to that point for me to be able to say that. Because when everything first happened to me, I was not happy. I was pretty fucking angry. It takes time to heal from situations like that. I'm always gonna be healing from that. You got, if you follow, if you subscribe, you guys know. And I've said it before. Like, I don't wish her any ill will, and I wish for her help. Like, she needs help, but I don't wish her anything horrible. Again, that's up to God to figure that out. That's not up to me. And I'm at the point in my healing journey, like, I don't want to have anything to do with her, like, I'm not going to forgive her. That's up to God to forgive her or not, just like the judgment. I don't want to see her, talk to her, have anything to do with her, but I wish her well on the rest of her journey, you know, and that's it. And it's taken me, what, 2.5 years to get to that point? Whoever this warrior is, they might be like in the beginning stages of healing from whatever the situation is. Because it kind of reminds me of like how I felt when everything happened, and I have no idea what happened on the backside of her story after I left. So I would imagine maybe this scenario could have played out at some point in the last 2-3 years. Um, but again, I wouldn't know. So, like, if I were to resonate with this, it would have resonated for me 2-3 years ago. And I don't know why I'm getting this, but whoever this trickster is, they could literally be surrounded by friends, family, have a lover, a husband, girlfriend, wife, kids, whatever. Whoever this trickster is, they always feel alone. Like, not only do they feel like they're better than everybody else, it's like they set themselves apart on purpose. Like, oh, I'm always alone. Well, you're always alone because you say you're alone, right? That's like me. Like, I live alone with my 3 cats. If I want to see a friend, or see my dad, my brother, whatever the case, like, I kind of have to make arrangements for that. Otherwise, I am alone, right? But it kind of gives this energy, whoever this is, like, oh, I'm just always alone, like, nobody caters to me, nobody pampers me, nobody kisses my ass, even though I'm better than them and I'm better than everyone. They should be doing that, but they don't. It's it's a very unjustified form of behavior. It's almost like, it's like somebody that would be codependent, but nobody wants to be codependent with them. Like, this is somebody, like, somebody new comes into the picture and they make a new friend and they latch onto them. It's like codependency. And then this friend finally realizes, like, there's something wrong here. Like, they won't leave me alone. And they start to drift away. And this trickster's like, well, fine. You know, I'm better than you anyway. I guess I'll just be alone again. I don't know. There's something about being alone. Like, they always feel like they're alone. Hmm. And I don't know why I'm getting this too, because I keep looking at this evil eye card. I keep looking at this evil eye card, and for some reason I keep thinking that whoever this is, they might have been trying to convince other people to send this person evil eye. And maybe they did. And then after the fact, when the secret came out and people found out there was something wrong with this trickster, it it's like now they have to do it on their own. Like now there's nobody to help them. Something about that. Because it really gives the energy of somebody like having a lot of friends, a lot of family. And when they're surrounded by those friends and family, they're surrounded by those friends and family. And when they're not, they're not. And that's where that alone energy comes from. And again, I'll just say this, like I live alone. I live with my three cats. I enjoy my solitude. I enjoy my alone time. But this would be somebody that would be very like bitter about it. Like, oh, you don't want to hang out with me today? And they could have literally just hung out with them for the last 3 days, Again, it's like a codependency. Something about secret in the reverse, and there's 3 moons here, right? Kind of, well, I mean, I think they're moons, but whatever. I don't know. There's something about the 3 moons. So I don't know if this is like this person had 3 like really big secrets that came out, or if 3 people found out a secret, or maybe both. Maybe 3 people found out 3 really big secrets about this trickster. Something about 3. But it's not like, the number 3. It's in regards to like something. Like 3 people, 3 stories. I don't know. And again, maybe both. Because I just keep looking at it. Like, why are they significant? I'm gonna say this too. This very much resonates for me, but I'm gonna say it because when I look at the indignation card, like I can feel it, and it resonates for me. I'm not gonna lie about it. When I look at this, and I said that both of these people, the warrior and the trickster, might feel like this, right? If these 2 people were to see each other, like meet, like maybe on accident in public or whatever the case, like if they were to see each other, it would be like the war is on, like battlefield, like what was the phrase in Battleship? Wasn't there an old phrase for the game Battleship? Not ignited. Battleship enacted? No, Battleship. I don't know, something like game on, basically. Like 2 people see each other, and it's like, oh, we're gonna go at it, like like we're gonna have words. And it's funny because again, like it resonates for me because I would have been like that in the past with the ex-best friend. If I had seen her after everything that had happened, like that first year and a half, I probably would have acted like that. I probably would have tore her a new one. Seriously. I don't even think I would have said anything. I think I just would have went up to her and punched her in the face. Now, if I were to see her in public, I would just walk away, honestly. Like I said, I don't have anything to say. I don't really want to talk to her. I don't want to see her. So, and I just don't feel the need. I would just walk away, whether she saw me or not. Couldn't care less. It's kind of funny how these two cards fell out too, the warrior and the trickster. Because the way you look at it in the spread, it's like the trickster is looking at the warrior, but the warrior is looking ahead. So maybe like this trickster, and again, like this warrior would be more focused on their future, like they're looking ahead, and this trickster is looking backwards. However, that would make sense for the trickster, right? Because they always have to cover their ass. They always have to look backwards. Like, is somebody behind me? Is somebody going to figure out my new secret? Like somebody has a lot to hide. They very much wear probably multiple masks, and they don't want anybody to know who they are or what they do or anything like that. My throat's starting to tickle, like obnoxiously so. Okay, why did I hear that? It's an old song, and it's sung by a male, possibly like a male band or a male group, but it's older. Was it like 50s, 60s? The do run run, the do run run, the do run or do run run, do run run. I don't know. Something about do run run. I can't play it because they'll flag my friggin' video, which is so stupid. But let me see if I can. The do run run. Okay. No, it would have been older. Like K knock? Isn't that like 1994? George Strait. Come on. No, let's just run. Do run run. Mm. It doesn't even look like they have any older bands. You see, the Crystals? Wait, oldies? Okay, well that didn't help. Because none of these songs are titled that. Okay. Da Do Ron Ron? The Crystals? It looks like it's an African American female group. I might have to listen to it after the fact. I'll have to listen to it after the fact. Because something about the Do Run Run. I could have sworn there was like a male group that sang it. Okay, explain to me why my phone is saying that it's ringing, but I have it all on silent. So it's ringing on my old phone, which doesn't even have service. Is it like a ghost phone? How does that... I mean, literally, the old phone doesn't have service. It literally says in there, you can only use the phone to call 911. So how does it receive phone calls? By the way, I butt dialed 911 at work today. And then I got a call from the 911 emergency center in Glenview, Illinois, saying, hey, is it an emergency? Do you need help? If it is, call us back. If not, disregard this phone call. I'm like, hello, it was a butt dial. I was like, what? And the funny thing was, is my phone went off and it made that little noise when it's like in emergency mode. And I was like, what the heck is this? And then my watch lit up and said it was gonna call my emergency contacts for me. And I was like, what? I was like, no, I'm at work. Like, I'm just trying to work. I'm just trying to work to go home. Like, I'm fine. Oh, it was so crazy. Stupid phones. Stupid butt. I have a big butt. I like my big butt, though. Do run. I don't know. I'm going to have to listen to it. I'm going to leave it there, though. I'm going to leave it there. Take from it what you will. Somebody's going to resonate with it, I'm sure. I hope, if anything, you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I hope you all have a lovely Thursday. And as long as I have internet service, as long as the lines don't freeze tomorrow, I will be on doing affirmations and readings in the evening. So I hope everybody stays warm if you're in a cold area. And if you're in a warm area, congratulations. I'm happy for you. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.